Hello everyone, my name is Shambhavi. Hope you all are doing well. So today in this particular video, we are gonna do on some hands-on onto the SQL queries which we have already learned out, right? We had learned n number of SQL queries. We had seen many functions. So today we are gonna implement out some of those functions from that particular topics, right? Before quickly moving on to the hands-on, let me take you to the OneNote where we had made out the notes where we had studied about the SQL. Let's take a quick revision and then we'll be following out the hands-on. So here we are. So yes, this is basically one of the tables, a demo table actually which we had made. Remember out? Then we had seen these statements. So let me just first of all take you to that DDL, DML, DCL right here. Okay, this is an important part actually which we just need a revision of quickly. So yeah, these are the 5 types of SQL commands which we actually have followed, which are DDL, DQL, DML, DCL, and TCL. Right, these are some of the SQL commands which we are actually having out. Now, what are these SQL commands and what are the sub commands that come under these? So for DDL, we have create, drop, alter, truncate, comment, and rename. For DQL, we have select. For DML, we are having insert, update, delete, log, and merge. For DCL, we have grant and revoke, and we have for TCL commit, rollback, save point, and set transaction. Right. So, uh, basically, these are some of the SQL commands which we are actually having. So, from these, we had seen about the create, we had seen about the alter, we had seen about the select, we had seen insert, we have seen update as well. Right, so I'll be discussing about some more today in this particular video. So let me go on to the SQL workbench here, open out a new file because I would just not continue here. I would not write out the things here only. I would just make out a new one for me and I would just try to zoom them out. Fine. Okay, first of all, I'm writing out a command to use out my database and my database name is usedemo1. Fine, and I will just try to execute this out. Fine, so here it is showing usedemo1. So my first demo, my database which I'm going to use out, that has been actually implemented out and that has actually been selected as well. Okay, now next I would be creating out a table. So I'll be writing out here create table. What's the table name? Okay, let's give it to students. Okay, create table is students, right? And okay, let me just go back and copy out something so that okay, let's put out a bracket here, give it a tab whispers and write out here the things. So first one would be my roll number, okay, and that would be my integer. Putting out a comma, coming to the new line. After roll number, what do I have? I have the name and that would be into the, okay, I would just write stu name, right? And this would be in the characters. So basically remember out that for character what we write varchar. Okay, we used to write varchar. So here comes the varchar, this one, okay? And putting in the bracket, I'd be giving out a limit. Let's say my limit is 100. Again, putting out a comma, coming to a new line. Name is done. Now, I just want to put on the marks for these students, some different subjects marks. So, in that case, I'll be mentioning here, let's say maths. This would be my integer. Then let's say I'm having English. That would be again integer. And let's say at last I'm having computer and that will as well be integer only. Right, coming down and closing out my bracket and taking it first row back like this. Right, yes, this is how we create out a table, right? Let me select this out and run this particular portion again. Okay, so yes, my table has been created right here. Okay, now what we had done previously, we had checked out the tables, right? We had checked out that what are the tables which we have. So let's check out that as well. So I would just write out here show tables. Putting out this and running this out. Okay, it's not tables, I guess it's table, show table. But why is it showing that show tables? Okay, that's tables only. Maybe. Okay, let's select that out and run it out here. Create tables, this one. Okay, show table. Oh, I just did not put out this colon here at the last. I'm so sorry. Now it's again, I'll be running this out. So yeah, we have the table which we have made and that's the students. Okay, now if I just check out that what's in the students table. So if I just write it out here, describe and the students, and now if I just run that out, so right here, fine. So these are the fields which we are having. That's the roll number, student name, maths, English and computer. You could just interchange out the things as well here. Okay, that gets interchanged. Fine. Okay, this thing is all sorted. I just have described out the students and I had put on the relevant things, whatever I just want to do. Okay, I would just close out this result. Now it's a time for inserting out some values. So insert, okay, IN is insert into table and my table name is students. Insert into table students, and inside the first of all, okay, have a look here what I had done previously so that you could just correlate with the previous things. Okay, first of all we just try to put out all the columns which you are having, and then the new line we just try to put on the all the values. And let's move out this table. It's not actually needed out here. Okay, let me come down. Fine. The students coming to the new line. Okay, here I'm sorry, I just need to put out the columns which I had made. So first one was my roll number separated by a comma, putting out first row closing bracket. Roll number. Then it was STU underscore name. Then I was having what I was having. I guess I was having maths, English, and computer. So here goes the maths, putting out a comma. Here goes the English, putting out a comma. Here goes the computer. Oh, let me show you. Right here, okay? Let me get out some space as well for me because it's not present. Right, and let me go down now once back to my place and putting out the bracket here. Coming to the new line and writing out here values. Insert into students, and these are the ones which you are having. And students, okay, one another thing to quickly note down here is that, see, now after this we'll be putting out the relevant values, whatever you just want to put out. And according to the according to this particular things which you have mentioned out, okay, into the bracket. Now I'm having what's the roll number, so let's say it's 1, putting out a comma. What's the name for a student? Let's say it's Amit, putting out a comma. Okay, one more another thing to note down here, that here the things should be inside the inverted quotations. Okay, whatever the this you are adding, that is character, that would be in the double inverted commas. Okay, now maths, let's say in maths, this person is scored out of 30, we'll be giving other numbers. Okay, let's say score 21, then let's say on English 23, and let's say 25 on computer. Putting out the colon and coming to the new line. So now I would be running this statement once here. So now this has been inserted. You just have a look here. This particular has been inserted into my table, that is the students. Right, coming to the new line, let's say I just use out here insert into, here I just use out the students. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's quickly copy this out. Right, because it's Control C and I will just do Control V out here. Okay, front thing is okay. Let's change out the roll number. Let's say that's 2 for me. And here let's say the name is Seema, score is 25, let's say 27, and let's say 30 on 30. Fine, and I will just try to execute this statement now. So execute it out. Fine, this has been again inserted. Now what I would just do, I would just use out my statement, that is select asterisk from students. That's my table name. Putting out the semicolon at the last and running out this particular statement. So yes, have a look that the student's name have been added, the roll numbers have been added, name, marks for the mathematics, for the English, and for the computer. Everything has been quickly added out here. Now the command which we are particularly going to see right today is basically, okay, I'm so sorry, just give me 1 second. Let me just make out the size. Okay, fine. So the command that we are actually going to use out today is this particular one. Second, let me show you. This is allow a user. This one is the create one. Fine. Here I'll be telling you that how you can update out a name of let's say you just want to modify out first for alter out. Okay, alter. Fine. Let's say you just want to alter out a like into your table. You just want to alter out any, or you could just want to modify any particular, let's say you have the data type, let's say for the phone integer, so the phone number, let's say you made it out int. Okay, now you just want to convert that into the big integer, or you want to convert that into character or whatever, right? In that case, this particular alter command is actually used out. Fine, so this table has been created. Fine, I was just going to tell you about the rename, right? So I was telling you that how you can rename out your particular file, particular table name actually. Okay, let's okay, let's come down. So I will just write out here rename table is students, right? First of all, this was the thing, rename table is students to new. Okay, after that comes to new, and what's my new name which I want to give out? So let's say that's info underscore students, my new table name, right? That I had actually put on. Yes, and now I would just select this out and try to run this out particular here. Okay, rename students to error. Do you have mirror syntax? Okay. Okay, to let's write. Okay. In that new will not be put out. Let me just again run this out here. Fine. So my table has been renamed to students. Now from students, my table has been renamed to info students. Now if I check out the tables, that what are the tables which I am having, so if I just write out here show tables, now if I just try to check out, so instead of students, it would be the name of the info students, right? So have a look here, it's info students, right? Hope you got out the idea that how you can rename out a name of a table accordingly, and how you could just change out the name of a table. Right, so hope you got out this idea very much clearly. Now into the next video we'll be seeing some more queries for this SQL. Right, so this is all for this video. Till then, thank you and take care.